Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Draven Grimes. This is HSP.
This is fucking shit.
It's whatever it is tonight. And Draven, you are worthy, my friend. You are worthy.
Worthy. Yeah.
Tonight, we're going to be talking Wyatt6. What the fuck? And then talking about one of the worst police interrogations I've ever seen. We'll get into it right after this.
Cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right. How you doing, brother?
Safe. I am safe.
Yes.
Awful storm that came through.
Yes, absolutely. To everybody in Florida, hope you made it through the storm okay. I don't know where the hurricane's going next. Do you know where the hurricane's going next?
That way.
Okay, good.
I haven't really watched where this particular storm's going. I've been more or less just trying to get a hold of everybody from as far south as Miami all the way up to Orlando to Tampa to Lake City, Jacksonville. Just trying to get confirmation on everybody. So far, everybody I've reached out to are good. No major damage as far as their houses or anything like that. But it's the ones that weren't in their hometowns, like Tampa, Naples, and stuff like that are traveling back tomorrow. That's going to be the tough day for those guys.
Yeah. I think a lot of people learned their lesson from Helene, and there haven't been as many deaths reported this time. I think people got the fuck out.
Well, I also think one of the saving graces of this one is that how fast it deteriorated from a Cat 4 to a Cat 2.
Yeah.
And by the time the eye got off the coast of Florida, it was down to a Cat 1. So count your lucky stars and garters. But hurricane season's not over yet. We could have another one next week. We could have one in 2 weeks. We don't know. So just stay prepared. It's the best thing I can tell you to do. It's what I'm doing. Stay prepared.
Damn prepared. Let's see what's new in business. Oh yeah, for anybody interested in starting a streaming, whatever, podcast, game streaming, whatever, there's a link in the description to get you started on Streamlabs, which is what we use to broadcast. We love it. It's been great. So if you guys are interested in starting any kind of streaming, check that out. Outside of that, I think we're pretty copacetic.
How you been? Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. It's been a stressful 24 hours, but doing fine.
Good deal. So this is talking shit. Do you need your 5 minutes?
Nope, that's why I called this show HSP, because we're talking Wyatt6, and then we'll get into other shit.
Either way. All right, cool.
I do not have any politics shit to say.
Thank you, God. I mean, awesome. So before we get into the Wyatt6, I want to get your take on something. This Crown Jewel Championship bullshit that they got going on for Blood Money Mania 25. Why? Isn't that what the original intention of Survivor Series was for? For brand competition? Why do we have to do it at Blood Money Mania 25?
And why do they have to create that god-awful fucking title? That is the ugliest goddamn championship belt I've ever seen in my life. All right. and we've seen some ugly fucking championship belts.
Boy, howdy, let me tell you.
It's fucking god awful. From a certain angle, it looks like bark.
It does, but this isn't even about the fucking championship. It's about the concept behind this bullshit. Again, Survivor Series, that's pretty much what Survivor Series is based off of. The one pay-per-view where rivalries kind of get set aside, minus War Games or Survivor Series style matches. And we have Raw versus SmackDown, or Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT, or however the fuck they do it that particular year.
Yep.
Why? Because the way it looks, it seems very clear that Cody's not going to be a part of War Games in any way, shape, or form. At least on the SmackDown side.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Not with the way they're running Kevin Owens right now. Because they're not even going to have Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes at the fucking Blood Money Mania. I guarantee they're saving that shit for Survivor Series. And as far as
I would think that would be more of a maybe
as far as
Royal Rumble pick, but
no, I think November is a good.
Series.
And as far as Gunther's concerned, I mean, him and Ludwig is kind of parted ways. They only tag up when they need to, but they're both singles competitors now.
Right.
I really don't see Gunther walking into War Games for any reason at all. He's just going to have another championship defense. So, like, the booking's confusing right now. And this is the first time since Hunter took over that I'm confused about his booking.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
granted, other than the massive payoff that they get, what's the fucking reasoning for this?
Yeah. I think Cody's title reign has been disappointing all the way around.
He's had little glimmers there. He had little glimmers in the beginning. Those matches with AJ Styles, loved them. Fucking loved them, especially the one in France at Backlash. But since then, it just seemed from Money in Bank moving on, it was just a complete setup for Roman's return, and Cody's title reigns kind of become secondaries, become the back burner. It's all about Roman, Solo, and the Ulafala, and now fucking Dwayne's in the mix. So I don't know where this is.
The rumors are now that it's going to be Cody and Reigns at WrestleMania in a triple threat.
Take Cody out of it. Fucking, we don't need Cody in that.
He knows how to work a triple threat match, man. Yeah, it'll be a good match.
But the problem is, it feels like it's watering down the story between Dwayne and Roman Reigns of who is the true tribal chief.
Yeah, but Cody's been entrenched in this thing for so long.
Yeah. But it
his
seems like
entire title reign is going to be marked by the bloodline.
And it's very unfortunate because I feel that he deserves better than that.
Me too.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. At some point, take Cody out of that shit. Nobody really gives a fuck about Cody at this point.
True.
All they care about is when Roman's taking back over the name of the bloodline.
Yep.
Which, surprise, that started at fucking Bad Blood when he got the fucking pinfall over Solo and Jimmy's return. The pieces are falling together.
Yeah.
So now they got what? 8 weeks, 7 weeks to get War Games built up.
Nice slow build. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, buddy. I just wanted your opinion on why we're doing basically Clash of the Champions at Blood Money Mania.
Yeah. I have no idea. Dumbass idea. So, all right. Well, you want to talk the Wyatts?
We can. And it's sad. I'm not looking forward to this, and it has something to do with the Wyatts.
This talk.
Yes, this talk. Because let's break it down from fucking WrestleMania on. Let's start with the Bray Wyatt documentary, which, if you haven't seen it by now, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was beautifully fucking done. Beautifully. And it even gave little spoilers of who Uncle Howdy was, without them actually fucking saying it before they did. It gives a nice little teaser of Uncle Howdy's return. Just fucking beautifully done. You need to go watch it.
Okay.
It's been fucking 6 months, man. It's been 6 months. It's time. Get the tissues. Get the baby oil. And let's get to work. No diddy.
No diddy.
So from there, it kind of felt a very slow build, a very slow burn. They started slowly taking people off TV. Nikki Cross. They took Joe Gacy out of NXT. Sam Shaw, which is Dexter Loomis, they took him off of TV and just kind of kept him away for a little bit. And then the fucking QR codes, and then the little fucking videotapes, and then Michael Cole. Michael Cole. It's a VCR. Okay, that's all it is. It's not a video. It's not a videotape player. Side note. We're getting off fucking track. We're getting off track. Sorry. It irks me. Shut up! That's not good shit, pal. So anyway, they keep slowly building it up and building it and building it and building it. And then somehow fucking Chad Gable got into this shit. And then the fucking debut happened. And then Chad Gable got murdered. And then Chad Gable fucking Weekend at Bernie's back to life. Somehow, some fucking way. And then Uncle Howdy almost busted his fucking face live on fucking television before saving it at the last goddamn second. And then the fucking promos. And they were building them. And it was fucking great. Every week. They started fucking telling the story of each individual of the Wyatt6.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, Sam, Joe, even Bo. I've always hated that fucking name. Why Bo? And don't say because don't say because I believe.
That.
Yeah, no.
He's
a fucking rotunda. That's how he should have fucking came back. Not as fucking Bo Dallas, as fucking Taylor Rotunda.
Yep.
Don't give a fuck. And then this is where it kind of started going downhill. And I told you, the first couple months after they debut, do some fucking beatdowns, do some fucking in-ring vignettes, do shit like that, get them built up, get the aura built up, and when it's finally fucking time, have the fucking climax of the fucking Wyatt6 versus Chad Gable's then unnamed group.
Right.
It felt like that got put out a little bit longer than I would have liked by about 3-4 weeks. It started feeling like it was getting kind of dull. And then they pulled the fucking trigger on it. And they had the fucking victory. It was fucking great. Everybody was fucking emotional about it. I loved it. But what have they done since then? They're gone. Now, they teased on Raw this past Monday night during a backstage with Karrion Kross and The Miz, showing the Wyatt6 QR code and a little logo just like flash across the screen. But other than that, nobody's done nothing. They're not even fucking working live events.
I felt they were going to have a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was so beautifully done when they were weaving this, and then when they debuted backstage, it was beautifully done.
Yes.
The visuals, the feeling, the production of that group, everything was amazing. Beautifully done.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew they weren't going to be able to transfer that in the ring. Like, it's just not... I mean, I don't know. For some reason I felt that they were gonna have a hard time keeping these guys interesting, because they're not wrestling. They're not billed as wrestlers, really. I mean, they're literally a pig, a buzzard, a bunny, and and a dead guy. Like, this isn't. This is not. This is beyond The Undertaker. This is. This is an act I don't see working as workers. I just don't see how they transfer, because they haven't done it yet. They haven't transferred that feeling into the ring yet.
I think the closest to it, to what you're trying to describe, is Nikki's character, the Sister Abigail character. That's the closest they've gotten to that so far, and that's still the most appealing character about it. Everyone, mind you, how long have I been on this podcast? Even before the podcast, how long have I been singing the praises of fucking Joe Gacy? Saying he needs to be on the main roster, saying he needs an opportunity. I'm hoping I'm fucking wrong on this, but it feels like he's the one that's going to suffer the most out of this. Because let's face it, Eric Rowan, he's already made, essentially. He's the original Wyatt member. He has a fucking legacy to it already. Cool. Sam Shaw, Dexter Loomis, he's already got a fucking name out there. He's now fucking doing the Hatchet Academy out there in St. Augustine. Great fucking teachers out there. I know a couple of them personally. Fucking amazing. Nikki Cross, she got a shitty ass fucking superhero gimmick over. She could get anything over, and this feels tailor made for Nikki Cross.
I think as a singles competitor, that could get over. Her character could get over.
Oh yeah, because it really just feels like an extension of the original Nikki Cross
character.
Yeah, from Sanity. It just feels like that character turned up from 10 to fucking 15. Bo Dallas, he could kind of do what I've done in the past, where he's of two minds of the situation, where he can work Bo Dallas some and then trigger Uncle Howdy when it needs to be triggered. Joe is just, he's right. I hate it, but I feel like he's the one that's going to flop the biggest from this.
Yeah, I think so too. He's got the least name recognition. I mean, he's been around the least amount of time.
Well, I mean, he's been working since 2005. He's just worked a lot of independent stuff.
UK,
Japan, CZW. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Names, yeah.
But I'm just trying to make it clear that he's not one of those talents that got picked from a fucking tryouts because he wanted to try out for WWE and got it. Like a lot of these ex-football players and stuff. He's done his rounds on the indies.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say about Bo and the whole flip-flopping?
That would be the only way it makes sense. But
well, it kind of felt like that's how they were going to do it, right, with those promos in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then that last one where it kind of he pretty much made peace with the fact that he's Uncle Howdy. Like that, I didn't agree with.
The mask doesn't work in the ring in the light. It works perfectly in the low light that they use for their spooky stuff. It doesn't work in the ring. I don't know, man. It's not working. And they obviously are having a hard time too, because they had such a huge debut. They were the talk of the wrestling industry when they debuted.
Yeah, for a good 2 weeks.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so they beat Chad Gable and his crew.
Now what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And how are they going to establish how they go from feud to feud? Like, are they going to be carrying out some overall mission that's going to take them from feud to feud in some kind of reasonable order? Or are they going to it's just any random fuck they're in a feud with?
So I have a theory on that.
Okay.
So follow me on this.
Okay.
the original was Chad Gable, right?
Mhm.
And when it really got going was the night he turned on his team, Otis and Akira, and then LA Knight's kayfabe sister, whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, Maxine Dupree. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Now, I find it a little ironic, and I was putting this together as you were giving your opinion. I think what it is, at least how it looks, is they're going to be targeting superstars who betray. You kind of feeling me? Because
Okay.
it started with Chad Gable the night that he turned his back on, what was it, Alpha Academy, I guess the team was. And now the week after The Miz turned on R-Truth, we're now seeing Wyatt6 little vignettes during his backstage segments. I think that's kind of how they're going to do it. But here's my problem. What happens when there's no more treachery? What happens when you get to a point where you can't have them do that anymore? Do you then have them turn on each other?
Yeah.
And then you're back at fucking the first step with fucking Shaw, Nikki, Gacy, and Eric. Because Eric got brought back just for this.
Just for this, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's seriously like, it's like they didn't have a plan past the debut. It's like now they're in a position where they have no idea where they're going with this group. And I think this is a group that you should have had a long-term destination for. Obviously, shit changes as shit changes, but I think you have an overall concept of what you want from this group. And I don't think they put any thought into that whatsoever.
It seems that way. It really does. But I don't know. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Play ball with me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You're Hunter. You're in the room with all the writers.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt6 has not debuted yet, but they're doing the vignettes really, really hard. So let's say 2 weeks from now, the debut happens with all the backstage stuff. Nothing changes with the backstage stuff.
Right.
That they debut exactly how they debut, minus Bo tripping on wires. And you're in that meeting as Hunter, and you say, "What do we have planned for them at WrestleMania next year?"
Mm-hmm.
Where would you put that before their debut, before all that shit?
It's so tough because there's not a lot of 8-man matches to go around.
Let's say it doesn't have to be 8-man. Let's just say it's going to be the build up of Howdy, the massive build up of Howdy, and then you have Eric and Sam and Joe just kind of be like what Luke Harper and Eric Rome was to the original Wyatts.
Who's the antithesis? Who do you feel is the polar opposite of Uncle Howdy? Because that's how I would. Because we don't know. Do we know what Uncle Howdy stands for? Do you know why he's here?
At this point, the reason he's here is to carry on Bray's legacy. But here's the problem with that. Bray's feud that he was supposed to go into just signed with AEW. So that you can't run that. You can't really run them with LA Knight because that kind of ended at Royal Rumble the year they had that match. The only thing I can really tell you to do with them once you get the hype up, once you get them over the crowd and all that shit, keep the fucking creepy shit going, I would fucking turn them heel.
I was gonna say that to make them the ultimate bad guys and John Cena at WrestleMania.
I would no, because follow me on this. Let's say, let's see. Let's say I'm trying to get my months right.
Mm-hmm.
They debuted in June, right? June, July, something around there.
Mm-hmm.
What if, and this is just fantasy booking, back fantasy.
Sure.
We had Cody lose the title to Solo at SummerSlam. Push that off. We then have Bo, not as Uncle Howdy, but as Bo, just try to talk to Cody, right? Get him to Bo leave or some shit like that. And Cody kind of shrugs it off. What if then Uncle Howdy starts fucking with Cody a little bit, here and there, nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads into a series of matches where the first match, we establish Uncle Howdy as the heel. It does the heel turn on that one. Okay. Second match, Cody gets his redemption. Third match is going to be complicated because I really like where the McIntyre Punk match went with Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
What if we did last man standing for the last one? Okay. And Cody beat Uncle Howdy so bad. And Howdy kept getting up and getting up and getting up and getting up. Similar how The Fiend did Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell, that god-awful fucking match.
Mm-hmm.
But Bray no-sold everything, right? And they did the same thing with Uncle Howdy. To the point Cody fucking snaps. Which kind of gives, like, Cody the heel shift, right? To where now he's kind of embracing his dark side. Kind of ripping off Homelander from the boys. Where now he has this sense of superiority after the match is over. Cody gets the win. But Howdy states that he got what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now leading on, you now have Cody kind of turning his back on Randy, which will eventually set that up. But during the meantime, Randy's now feuding with Uncle Howdy because now Randy blames the Wyatt6 for Cody's change in attitude. And even bring Brandy into it. Just make it a little backstage shit, over a phone, shit like that. Make him just a fucking dick. Because we all know Cody can play a dick.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody ever watched his Bullet Club run, he can be a dick.
Yeah.
Jesus. So you have the match with Randy. Right before the finish of that match, Wyatt6 appears. And you see Cody fucking snap. Fully embraces that dark side. And he does to Randy what Randy's done to so many other fucking people before him. Punt him in the head. Get him off TV for a little bit. That way we can get Randy over to Raw, take the world title, and have fucking John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Why the fuck hasn't Hunter fucking signed me up? Fuck. Anyway.
No, I mean,
but you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
The reason for Uncle Howdy stuff is the lead into a dark Cody Rhodes versus Bo Dallas into WrestleMania. Not Uncle Howdy, because now Bo Dallas now has to deal with the monster Uncle Howdy created. I'm just saying. That's the way I would have ran it. That sets up Solo versus Roman for Roman to get the title back. That sets up fucking Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania for the fucking title and the Ula Fala. That sets up fucking Randy versus John Cena for the world title, because you send Randy over to Raw, retrieve the world title. Them two have the title match. Let's just say John Cena wins the fucking 17th world title. Let's just say that. Okay. And that gives something for fucking Bo Dallas to deal with. That gives a heel Cody Rhodes, which everybody's fucking lingering for at this point. It keeps everything interesting.
Yeah. I could see where that would be an interesting way to go. I mean, but
and you know, just to throw it in there, fucking Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso has a live sex celebration, just because my boy needs it. Yeet.
out the bed from the Edge shot.
Yes, get the same fucking bed, sheets, everything.
Mm-hmm. Get her in that red shit.
God damn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh.
So I
but
guess
that's where I would be in that fucking boardroom as Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where I'd run it. But let's get back to reality and not my 2K booking. Even with this Miz shit, what happens after they do the thing with the Miz? Because it seems the Miz is going to join Cross's group, whatever the fuck they're called. Whatever the fuck they're called.
I can't believe Karrion Kross can't get over.
Karrion Kross can get over. He just needs to lose the fucking group. They just need to let him just be a fucking badass heel.
Yep.
Do what they did in fucking TNA, dude. Book him in fucking squash matches. Have him fucking choke people out like fucking that, and have him fucking snap on them. He don't need these fancy ass fucking lights and gimmicks. He is a badass on his own.
Yeah. No, I definitely think he can get over. I just can't believe he hasn't gotten over in WWE because I don't know. I don't even know why he's there.
Just to give Hunter's boys AOP something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them a fucking paycheck. Because the whole reason they got brought back because they're Hunter's boys.
Is that right?
And let's be real, that first run they had outside of NXT was not good.
Mm-mm. No, it was not.
Was not good. Even in NXT, some shit was questionable.
Yeah. And they did shit outside of WWE. Into a goddamn thing. Except rip some people off.
I'm about to say, did they even get booked for anything? Because I don't recall ever hearing their names.
They were setting up some big show in England, I think. And they had signed all these top stars to come there and go, and then they didn't pay anybody. It didn't happen, and they didn't pay anybody.
That's fucked up. Never mind. We've dealt with that before. Never mind.
And it was fucked up then too.
No, yeah. I mean, it was more fucked up because it was our pockets, but still.
Right.
I was gonna say I can't believe that would happen, but
I guess to put a bow on the Wyatt6, they've just got to get a plan for these guys because it is not right now. It's not working, and it's a shame because they were the hottest shit in the world when they debuted. And in my opinion, it just feels like they didn't think past the first feud. Like,
I don't even really feel like they thought the feud.
Right. Like, why him?
Because they killed him. And then they fucking retconned it.
Right.
It was fucked up. Like, Chad's dead. He's dead. We see the footage. He's dead. Oh, no. No, I'm not dead. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you can go listen to Chris Van Vliet, dude. The original idea was to do that to write him off fucking television.
Yeah.
Because he's dead. He's fucking dead, right? And it was going to give fucking Otis and that little group a reason to feud with them. You killed my best buddy. Yeah. Hey, whatever.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's fucking Otis, dude. Dude,
Otis.
He's one of those I'd sit down and fucking drink with.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Let's get past that. I want to take a quick break and then come back. Talk about something disturbing. Be right back. Havoc Energy Drink is the energy drink for gamers and streamers by gamers and streamers. Not only does it have the B vitamins and caffeine that you're used to in your energy drinks, but it also has a healthy dose of creatine for mental acuity to help you win that next game and focus through that next stream. Go to tryhavocenergy.com and enter the code HSP10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Again, go to tryhavocenergy.com, enter the code HSP10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Me and Draven use it every day. We love it. Try it. You'll like it. Also, Amazon Music Unlimited. If you use the link in the description, you can get your first month off of your Amazon Music Unlimited subscription. It's $9.99 after that, and you can cancel at any time. Again, use the link in the description for 30 days off your Amazon Music Unlimited subscription. $9.99 after that. Cancel any time. Unlimited access to over 100 million songs. The click of a button. Fuck you waiting for? Hey man, how's that magic spoon?
Dope. Let me tell you, this shit's fucking banging. I didn't think I was gonna like it too much. Not gonna lie. 0 sugar, 13 grams of protein. It doesn't taste healthy, and that's the problem. And hold on. Where's it at? This one. I implore you, go get this one. Cinnamon toast. 10 out of 10. Put it in milk. 10 out of fucking 10. Fucking amazing. If anybody's interested in it, I posted on my Instagram at Official Draven Grimes today a review of Magic Spoon for your viewing pleasure because I was bored. And yeah.
That one's on us, Magic Spoon.
Sponsor us, please.
Yes, that was a freebie, Magic Spoon. Get with the program. Yep. please sponsor us.
The program we just fucking started today. But yeah, dude, so good.
All right, so I saw this on Abbott and Preach, their YouTube channel.
Shout out.
Check them out. Funny guys, but they also do some pretty interesting news clips and talk about them. And this particular one, it is a false arrest and a 17-hour interrogation leading to a false confession of murder. And there's a twist in this shit. So let's check it out.
36 hours later, Perez found himself in custody. Police had gotten him to admit to murdering his father.
I was now in their little box of horrors. Their little box, as they call it.
It was August of 2018. Fontana police were convinced Perez's father had been murdered. They thought Perez appeared suspicious, and they found some blood evidence at the home the two shared.
For the people who, well, nobody can see this, but the chyron across the bottom says the man gets $900,000 after confessing to false murder.
They asked Perez to come to the station, and that's where they turned a missing person case into a 17-hour interrogation. They even brought in Perez's best friend to try and get a confession.
Dude.
All right, so I'm going to go through this as this goes through. So pay attention to what they said. They kept this man in interrogation for 17 hours straight, which is cruel and unusual. It's already, Supreme Court has not found anything, I think, beyond 10 hours to be constitutional. Anyway, but they brought this man's best friend in, and apparently had to have shown the best friend some evidence. But God damn it, bro, if you're in that fucking situation, I don't care if you think I killed a motherfucker or not. All right, you got my back, right?
Oh, without fucking question, my guy. Even if you did do it, I didn't see shit.
Yep.
I didn't see.
He was with me.
I'm Stevie Wonder. I know all. I did not see all.
All right, so moving on to this.
Where was he? He was right on that fat bitch. You understand me? The fat bitch in the other room.
Impossible.
See, his best friend just said they got you for murder, and he was like, impossible. I didn't, and they're accusing him of killing his dad.
When that didn't work, detectives brought in Perez's dog.
You killed him, and he's dead. And your dog is sitting here looking at you, knowing that you killed your dad.
All right. These motherfucking pieces of shit brought the man's dog into the interrogation room. And that piece of shit fucking cop just said, your dog's looking at you because he knows you killed your father.
Yes.
That motherfucker, that bald motherfucker, he would have woken up missing something. He deserves fucking stuff that I think about but can't say publicly. Okay?
That's on the Patreon.
Detectives even suggested the dog may have to be put down after witnessing such a traumatic event.
Oh my
Just want to
god.
hold her,
And he's on the ground
not let go.
like cuddling with the dog and petting it because they're like, we might have to put this dog down.
And then they took her out of the room sometime after that. And felt like the end of the world for me.
Will you beer?
I've never, ever seen a situation where the police
This is a chief of police talking.
bring a dog this size through the police department. They transport there, walk it through the police department, bring it into an interrogation room, and use it as a tool in order to seek a confession. It's unconscionable.
Perez was suffering from mental health issues. He was sleep deprived, and he says he was denied medical help. After 17 hours, police finally got him to confess to the murder.
Did you stab him?
I didn't think that I did.
Pay attention to
But
this.
if you did, where would you have stabbed him?
It might have been the belly.
Detectives had their suspect, and they had their...
See, did you pay attention to that? The cop was like, you stabbed him? And even after 16 and a half hours at this point, the guy was like, I don't think I did. And the cop was like, well, if you did, where would you stab him?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, his stomach, I guess. Fucking pieces of shit, man.
confession.
Oh, it gets
But what
worse.
they didn't have was a body. And that's because Perez's father wasn't dead.
Dun dun dun.
God damn, that was loud.
This fucking police station should be burned to the goddamn ground. All right, they got this kid. This looks to be mid-30s. They said he's got some mental health problems. He looks relatively with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep deprived because that 17 hours, as one of them says in the commentary, is not all the time that he was awake. He was awake all day. The cops came in the evening, took him there, and it was 17 hours there. So there's a good chance this dude had been up 30 hours of that time, maybe.
Yep.
Fucking disgusting. And the dad wasn't even dead. Dad wasn't even fucking dead. Well, continuing.
Dead.
Oh my God!
That's what I was telling you.
Wasn't dead.
Dead.
Oh my God!
That's what I was telling you to wait for it.
Oh my God!
Father was alive and well and was at LAX airport ready to take a flight to go visit his sister. They didn't have the nerve to look him in the face. They didn't have the nerve to tell him his dad's okay.
Authorities put Perez in a hospital on a psychiatric hold. It was days.
So they broke this motherfucker. All right, they put him in there for 17 hours and they fucking broke him. They destroyed his psyche to get a confession out of somebody who about killing someone who wasn't fucking dead.
Days later, he finally learned that his father...
And it was 3 days before they told him his dad was alive. So he had spent 3 days thinking that somehow I killed my own dad.
No. Get it right. It was 3 days before his dad found out where he was and called where he was, and a nurse said, even though we're not
cops
supposed
never
to let
told
you know.
him.
Yeah. The nurse was like, we're not supposed to let you know, but your dad's on the phone.
And yeah.
What a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Was alive.
A younger nurse came over to my bedside and says, I know it says in your file that not to speak to anybody, any family members, but your dad's on the phone. And I went, what? She handed the phone to me.
Nah, B. Nah. B.
And I just dropped to the floor crying because he was alive.
Perez filed a federal lawsuit against the Fontana Police Department and was awarded $900,000. But the city added the settlement included no finding of wrongdoing. None of the officers involved in the case have been disciplined. In fact, several have since been promoted.
See, that's what's fucking wrong with the police in this country. All right? People will never have faith in the police if shit like this keeps happening. You don't get fired, and you don't have enough demerits in your file to not warrant you a fucking promotion. Like, no discipline whatsoever.
No, contrary. They've got fucking promotion since then.
Right. I can't get it. And that bald motherfucker who brought the dog in got a promotion. I was watching this next to my wife, and I looked over to her and I said, baby, if that happened, you have $900,000 to be secure for the rest of your life, because I'm going to kamikaze those motherfuckers. It's not even a question. All right? It's not even a question. I'm starting with that bald dude. He's fucking going down.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Now,
what would you do? I'd kill him, his family, his dog, and any neighbor that came to see what the fucking noise was. They're all dead.
What would I do? I'd be in the car and let him get his piece. But dude, can you look into this and see when this actually all got resolved? Because I know the case was from 2019 originally.
I'm sure it probably settled some 21, 22.
Why the fuck? There at that point there had been no settlement for me. I'm sorry.
No. Especially not when they're talking people not getting fired for that shit. No, sir.
No, sir. I mean, it's on fucking camera. All the shit you fucking led him to say.
You broke this motherfucker. There's no way you're getting off. No way.
Absolutely fucking not.
Fucking disgusting.
I don't understand. The fuck is wrong with people these days?
I don't know. Fucking dad was catching a plane, alive and well.
Going to see his sister.
Happened to find some of his blood in the house. He's an old fucking man. He probably clipped the corner and bled on it a little bit.
Boy, let me tell you something. That they came to my house growing up, the way my grandfather's skin was, his skin was like fucking
like
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at it the wrong way, he starts bleeding. Could you imagine? This is fucking unreal, dude. Unfucking real. What the fuck is wrong with people in life?
I don't know.
But again, let's give a shout out to Op and Preach over on YouTube. Go give them a like and a follow. They're the one that supplied us with this this story. Dude, that's the word I kept saying yesterday when you sent it to me. It's just insane. And the visuals of the interrogation, watching this man fucking
just go from thinking he's being, you know, like a casual questioning to see where his dad was, you know?
Yeah.
To being railroaded into a confession like that.
Yeah.
And you always hear, I mean, I went to law school. Law students talk to other kind of people, and you say shit like this happens, or, you know, and people are like, how could you ever confess to something you didn't do? That's
the human mind can only go so far.
Yeah.
Unless you are a fucking sociopath or some shit like that.
You got dude's friend coming in. Who's the worst fucking friend in the world? All right, fuck that dude. I would not. That motherfucker can kick rocks. He wouldn't be my friend anymore.
No, hell no. You ain't coming to Thanksgiving. You ain't coming to Christmas. Don't talk to me on my birthday. Fuck you.
I don't want to hear when you die.
Right now, that dog is my best friend.
They fucking brought the man's dog in.
And it wasn't a little dog, for those of you that couldn't see the video. He was a full-size fucking dog.
It was the size of...
almost the size of my husky.
Yeah, it was about husky size. It wasn't a husky, but it was about that size.
Yeah.
Like some kind of a shepherd of some kind.
If you see the video of them in the interrogation room, the room is so small that when he laid down with this dog, they were both scrunched up. So, I mean, it wasn't a small dog by any means. And the fact they brought this dog all the way through the fucking police station, dude. You can't sit there and tell me it wasn't premeditated.
Oh, of course. And that motherfucking cop, that fucking piece of shit, your dog's looking at you because he knows you killed your dad. Like, motherfucker, I would have came over the table right then. I don't give a shit.
And if that didn't fucking set you off, you know, we may have to put him down
for seeing something horrible like that. He might get a bloodlust. We might have to kill him.
Yeah, no. Fuck, dude. I want your badge. I want your badge. I want your badge. I want you and these motherfuckers in that jail cell. And I want them in there with Diddy.
And the fucked up thing is the taxpayer money is going to pay that fucking money. They need to start taking this shit out of retirement.
Take it out of their pension.
Take it out of the fucking pension plan. All right. Until they start feeling the fucking pinch of this shit, and until cops start feeling the ramifications of their brethren running amok without being checked, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
And by no means are we saying every cop is like this. By no means. I have many friends that are in law enforcement that are good people. But all it takes is one bad apple to fucking spoil the bunch.
But if there's a bad apple in your department and you know they're a bad apple and you keep your fucking mouth shut, you're just as bad. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Complacency is the same as consent, in my opinion.
No, I can't disagree with you there. Cannot disagree. Man.
Well, that was fun.
My blood pressure's up. Yeah. That was interesting. That was fucking interesting. Talked about some bullshit for the Wyatts. Talked about the bullshit for the fucking Crown Jewel. Talked about the bullshit for fucking this poor soul who has to fucking deal with this shit for the rest of his damn life. And that's not the lingering effects that's going to be going on for the next few years, dude. This man's psyche's fucked. He's already had fucking mental issues before. Sleep deprivation. What was it? It wasn't bipolar. It was
he was slightly on the spectrum.
Yes, that was it. So that shit intensifies.
Oh yeah. Once your emotions get out of control, you're fucked.
Yeah. So this ain't one of those things that's just one and done. This man's got to deal with this shit probably for the rest of his fucking life.
And 900 grand ain't shit. That motherfucker. No. That the next 3 generations of that motherfucker's family should be set.
Mm-hmm. Hell, 900 grand in this day and age does not set anybody. You lucky to let that last you a year living comfortably. Unless you got something to brighten up our day.
Nope. Let's close it out, my friend.
All right, ladies and sorry, Britt Baker's name came up on my page. Bay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget every Monday night it's the original. You like it, you love it, you need more of it. The original Hill Shit Podcast with your boys Dark Cordz and Draven Grimes. Where this coming up Monday night for the live stream, we will be doing part 2 of the history of TNA. I know we were supposed to do part 2 this past week.
Professor Grab's coming back.
But I didn't feel like doing fucking Weekend Wrestling and HSP in the same fucking week because I got looking lazy. And we had a hurricane, so there's that as well. So yeah, we're gonna go back to part 2. We're gonna start from the Spike TV deal moving forward. Hopefully we can get past the fucking Hogan bullshit. That's gonna be a lot of brothers. Anyway, brother. And then we have, of course, Talking Shit every Thursday night again with your boys Dark Cordz, Draven Grimes, where we just shoot the shit for an hour. This was more along the lines of an HSP episode. If you were expecting some Reddit humor, some political banter, sorry guys, not this week. Maybe next week.
Maybe.
That's all we got to say about that. I do
have a good list of Reddit prompts in the ready though. So next week we'll definitely get to some of those.
Oh, thank God. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing another watching shit. Not this coming up Friday night, but the following Friday night, which by HSP Monday night, we will have the movie pretty much figured out. But if you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comments, throw them through an email, DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good shit. Let's see, we covered that. I mean, I didn't call it Talkity Tick this time, so we're good. So we covered that. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Kick, Trovo, Reddit, Discord. I think MySpace is in there somewhere. You can check my AOL Messenger. Fucking smoke signals. Yeah, follow all of it. And then let's see, not this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget. My wife's sleeping. The merch.
The merch
is beautiful. As always, we have the original Hill Shit Podcast merchandise on there. We have Talking Shit merchandise. We have Forbidden Kingdom merchandise. We have Retro Dark Cordz, Retro Draven Grimes, T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, shorts, tumblers, stickers. If you'll fucking buy it, we'll put dildos on there. We don't fucking know. We got it all. And let's see that.
Yes. When you turn it on its highest setting, it's just me going
with the HSP music playing in the background. It has an audio file on it that'll play the HSP theme. Just the instrumental, because we don't need you getting too excited too quickly on fucking loop. And let's see, we got that. The Fuck Logan Paul shirts are still available, censored and uncensored, as well as both versions of the Poll Watcher shirts, which at least one version of that is only going on until after the election. So make sure you get that merchandise and much, much more at the Streamlabs merch link somewhere around here.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us. For Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Fuck her in the pussy. Where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. One of them.